Are you able to imagine a German family crazy enough to plot controlling the world with a single government and cynical enough to destroy all the civilizations on the face of the earth, including murdering their own family members? This horrible German family has an English name. They are called the Windsor. In the 16th century, the world was divided into great civilization: the German civilization of Central Europe, the Latin civilization of Southern Europe, the Muslim civilization, the great trans-American civilization, the Indian civilization, the African civilizations, the Russian civilization, and the Chinese civilization. All civilizations have been destroyed by the concerted and recurring efforts of a family that rose to power in England after Oliver Cromwell's bloody revolution in London in the 16th century. Around the royal family of England, 12 families have positioned themselves. They are called the 12 Illuminati bloodlines. Their role has been to transform all civilizations into a dust of nations. They have directed one against each other in useless wars, and within which they have not ceased to provoke civil wars by financing all parties. The strategy of the Windsor is very simple: divide to conquer. Those families are descendants of Esau, the cursed brother of Jacob, Israel. If we contrast the Jews, the Christians, and their cousins, the Muslims, it is not the same case of the descendants of Esau, who are called the Edomites, and the Windsor are typical Edomites. The structure is very simple. At the top, the bearer of light, the failed demiurge called in the Bible Lucifer, Iblis in the Quran. Underneath, a triumvirate formed by 3 members of the Rothschild family. Then the royal family of England and 12 other families. They call themselves the Illuminati bloodlines because they consider they have received the light and the power of Lucifer. Then come the rank of various secret societies, such as the Skull and Bones in the United States of America, or the Order of the Jesuits for the Latin world, or even the Grand Lodge of London for the Anglo-Saxon field of influence. This pyramid structure controls the International Monetary Fund and all the central banks all over the world to prevent you from realizing the nature of your slavery. They have taken control of the media, They control all the religions. They control all the initiation. They have taken control of science, control of our government, control of our education, control of the military industrial lobby, and control of big pharma. It's a trap. To keep you quiet, they have through usury organized a consumer society based on credit and incessant fads to enslave you and debt you to prevent you from changing jobs. In the United States, this heavy structure promises the destruction of the American civilization in the north, as well here as the south in Brazil, whose freedom and hard-won by the War of Independence, the Civil War, and in Brazil as well as in the War of South America, an emancipation from the European colonial powers, vassals of the British Crown. The Astors, another family, through drugs and slavery, human exploration, destroyed the Indian and African civilizations. Rockefeller financed the Bolshevik Revolution. The Lees in China financed the Maoist experiment after decolonization, and then the economic takeoff of China under the control of the Communist Party. Rothschild financed Nazism and Zionism, two twin brothers of the European nationalist follies. In France as well, it was the city of London, controlled by Illuminati groups from Bavaria, that imposed and financed the French Revolution, the destruction and the infiltration of the Latin Catholic Church, and the takeover of the Vatican and the creation of the European Union. The Chisney and the Bush families in the United States have exhausted our country in endless wars in Africa and the Arab world in order to destroy Muslim civilization and turn it into a childish consumer society. The fathers of American independence still vibrate in the hearts of the American patriots. Is undoubtedly what prevented in 1933 the business plot of Wall Street to install a fascist state in the United States with the help of Medley Butler in the role of a dictator. On the one hand, the stock market and the incessant wars ruin the American taxpayer, and the other side, the conspiracy theory that supports an agent of the Rothschild like Donald Trump, who has allowed an extraordinary hold against the American people, wealth and prosperity. By merging the Federal Reserve and the Treasury in 2020, Donald Trump, the Republican, supposed to be Republican president, has put the extraordinary mass of paper created since the beginning of the 12th century by the private bank called Federal Reserve, but under the control of the British Crown and its allies, at the expense of the taxpayer. His failure, Donald Trump's failure, was announced on the murals of Bank of America in Charlottesville as the one who would destroy the United States and bring the world into a new world order. This extraordinary failure of the president, Woodrow Roosevelt, the creation of the Federal Reserve, and integration of US like a part of Society of Nations, now United Nations, destroyed all the efforts of the fathers of independence and the hopes of the American people. The Democrats are not to be outdone with their crazy socialist and collectivist policies. Their sympathy for the most bloodthirsty regimes of Marxism and the constant weakening of the United States in the blissful pacifism. Conspiracy is not a theory, it's a fact. And you? Do you think that the British Crown, with the Kansuk project, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, intends by the destruction of civilization to impose a new fascist order all over the world? An order of the West under the control of William Windsor, and the world of the East with Israel under the control of Harry, presented like a savior of the peace. The world government is supposed to be on the hand of Charles III, and he's supposed to be the king of the world. Many people has confirmed that Harry is probably the Antichrist, and Elon Musk is probably the false prophet. And you, like American citizen, are you ready to listen and to discover the truth about the way your country was victim of a trap and a huge hold-up? See you soon. So let's repeat the goal. The goal is for Charles III to operate with the Commonwealth and Union of the British possessions called Kansur for Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom. For the West, William will control the Americas, and for the East, Harry will control Asia and Africa. This is really a goal of domination of the world. In the center of the conspiracy are the Windsor family, German family, Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, and there's 12 people helping there. The Rothschilds financed Zionism as well as Nazism to destroy the German civilization. The Rockefeller has financed the Bolshevik Revolution to destroy the Russian civilization. The Rockefeller as well have financed the business plot during the 30s to destroy the freedom of the American people and the American civilization. The Astor are involved in drugs and slavery, and they have destroyed the African and the Indian civilizations. The Cheney and the Bush has involved the United States in the Gulf Wars after the fake terrorist attack of the 9/11 realized with Saudi Arabia monarchy to destroy the Muslim civilization. As well as the Rothschild has destroyed German civilization, they have destroyed Latin civilization, they have used the Illuminati and the Jesuits sect, they have produced the French Revolution, and time after time what is called now the European Union. This is really a huge conspiracy to dominate the world.